An internship is offered through Round Rock ISD on 3 campuses: Live Oak Elementary, Deer Park Middle School, and McNeil High School. Each campus has an interpreter who has been designated as the intern coordinator by Julie Johnston, the Deaf Education Coordinator for RRISD. This is done on a volunteer basis and is accomplished through the regular paid hours for that interpreter. The 3 campuses have worked together to set up a uniform set of procedures observed on each of these campuses. To be considered as an intern, students need to contact Julie Johnston at Julie_Johnston at roundrockisd.org. Once contact has been made with Julie Johnston, she will forward the request to the appropriate interpreter. Information will then be sent to the intern setting up contact information, a copy of the application, the details of the program, and a schedule of a rotation with dates. Interns will not be permitted in the classroom without completing this application. Applications must be brought on the first day of observations, or they may be submitted by email to the intern coordinator who is handling their assignments. It is the responsibility of the applicant to follow up on all emails and acquire a workable schedule by whatever means that is requested. All follow-up should be done through the interpreter in charge and not through Julie Johnston after the initial contact. It is expected that the applicant will handle all communication in a professional manner and will respect the schedule of the school, the students, and the interpreters involved. It is helpful, but not required, to submit a recorded sample of expressive skills with the application. All questions for assignments or feedback required of the intern coordinator should be submitted in writing at least 1 week before the deadline. Email is an acceptable format. An effort is made to expose the intern to as many grade levels, class types, and interpreter styles as possible. An effort is made to get real-life, hands-on experience in the educational setting. If an intern progresses through each of the 3 sites, there is exposure to various situations and experiences as well as different interpreters. Exposure to all 3 campuses is encouraged. Round Rock ISD will accept the first 3 applicants for the intern program based on the order used to request that position. 1 will be placed at each of the 3 campuses and then rotated about every 3 to 4 weeks. Interns have an opportunity to choose their days and hours. However, if an intern takes up one of those places, it should be taken seriously and the time commitment should be honored. In the past, Round Rock has had more than just the 3 interns that are accepted now. Experience has shown that having only 3 at a time offers the best opportunity for everyone involved. The position of the interpreter requires a certification approved by the Texas Education Agency, which usually precludes graduates from interpreting in the classroom. Fluent interns are encouraged to apply for substitute positions. At least 2 of those who have gone through that process have been called on regularly to sub. Interns will be asked to experience the classroom setting by observing interpreters in the mainstream class. The observation times are scheduled in as many of the core classes as possible with a variety of interpreters. The communication mode is Signing Exact English, or C. Interns are in no way expected to know or use C. They will be expected to use their best transliterating skills. When their observation hours are completed, interns will get expressive experience in art, PE, or music with a certified interpreter providing support. Interns are expected to follow the BEI Code of Conduct as is required of interpreters on the campuses. They are to conduct themselves in a professional manner in communication, dress, and behavior in the classroom. Interns let the site manager know ahead of time any changes of schedule. Interns also must help to establish email communication between the ACC intern instructor and the intern coordinator on each of the campuses. All campuses require a check-in system using a valid driver's license which provides a rudimentary background check. They will be wearing that ID badge when they are on campus. Live Oak is in the northwest Austin off Anderson Mill Road. The middle school is on the same site, Deer Park, and McNeil is the high school also in northwest Austin on McNeil Road. The amount of interpreting allowed is dependent on the intern's ability. Pursuant to the TEA requirement that interpreters in the classroom be certified, interns are generally restricted to the areas of music, art, and PE, and then only if the skills are adequate. Sometimes there is an opportunity to interpret for short periods in the academic classes, but only if the access for the student is not compromised. In all situations, the intern is supervised by a certified interpreter. Students adapt well to their situation. There is a large program and they are used to other adults being in and out of the classroom. They usually do quite well and are instructed to give feedback to their deaf education teacher. If it is reported that they are having trouble understanding the intern, the use of the intern is discontinued in that classroom. In addition to the classroom experience, each intern is offered the opportunity to sit and talk with staff interpreters. They are also required to keep a notebook that can be made accessible to the interpreters working with them. The intern will write down questions and comments in the notebook, and if they do expressive work, they will be provided with written feedback from the observing interpreter. The intern may be requested to provide a copy of the notebook entries at the end of the internship. At the end of the internship, the intern will be provided with a written evaluation if requested. If the intern is expecting the formal feedback form, they should give a copy of this form at the beginning of the internship. This will allow an accumulation of data and feedback based on examples. On-the-job experience is vital. A non-critical, open-minded approach is requested. When the intern is on the campus, they are respected and treated as a professional. Their written feedback is very similar to the process used among staff interpreters in partner situations. Schedules are prepared by the intern coordinator of each campus. Interns are exposed to as many of the campus interpreters as possible. At some point, usually when expressive hours are permitted, the intern will spend more time with the intern coordinator to allow enough observations for an adequate evaluation.